This video I'm going to explain some of the very basics of a math software called the Geometer's sketchpad. And this is version 4, which is slightly older. Let's look at these little buttons over here. These are the tool buttons. This is the selection arrow tool, which allows me to choose things. This point tool allows me to construct points. There are plenty of keyboard shortcuts in this program as well. For instance, Control-Z, which is commonly known as undo, is exactly that. In Sketchpad, I'm undoing all of those points right now. And let me show you, if I wanted to select these points, there are many different functions up here in the drop-down menus. But if we want to display label points, we can get capital letters, which are always the types of letters to label points in geometry. Subsequent points are not automatically labeled. I think you can change that sort of thing in the default settings. Let's move down here. This compass tool allows me to make circles. So what I'm doing is clicking, holding, and dragging, and I can go back to this control point to later change the radius, or I can drag the center to change the location of these circles. Next is my straight edge tool. If I click and hold, I can choose a segment with 2 endpoints, a ray with 1 endpoint, or a line with 0 endpoints. Next is the text tool. This allows me to create a text box, and within this text box I also have the option of opening this symbolic notation, which also expands here to a bunch of math symbols. So these can be incorporated in any text box. You can change the font, the size, color, etc. And the last tool button here is the custom tool. And I happen to have a bunch of them pre-created here. Let me just show you a couple of them. Like, let's say, for instance, a regular triangle can be done with 1 click. In the polygon menu, we could also do a pentagon, which is also regular. And some of the other tools I'll be using in future videos will be sliders, and some more advanced tools, like maybe in some pre-calculus topics we'll look at some tangents to functions when we're talking about derivatives. But for now, I think that is about all I wanted to show you. There will be more specifics about Sketchpad in later videos.